Hello.
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 Uh, so, what's up, dude? How are you? Good to see you.
You too. Have you seen that trend
No.
of men calling their friends to say goodnight?
I've seen it where you call like your significant other's dad. Like
What?
like Justine would call my dad and be like, "Hey, like just calling to say goodnight." But yeah, it's like same
No,
concept. Like
yeah,
you
I've
just call your
seen.
friends.
Yeah,
Like, good night.
just wanted to say I love you, dude. like, like, are you okay? Or they're like, fuck off. What are you saying goodnight to me for?
Who could we do that to? That's been on this podcast. So people should I do a key in right now? No, I'm not gonna do that.
Do what?
I'm gonna call him to say good morning.
Do it.
No. It's weird, dude. No. Karl and I Karl was just traveling. He's an international traveler now.
I am.
How was it? Karl went to Italy.
I did.
Italy.
It was fun. You know what they eat there?
Pasta.
Carbs, pasta.
Now, here's a question.
Yeah.
You know how people are always like, oh, how come when I eat pasta here I feel like shit and then I go to Italy and I feel great after eating pasta? Is that true?
Wouldn't say I feel great.
Did you notice anything? Did the food feel cleaner over there? Did it feel like is what's his face telling the truth about
you can tell that things are more fresh for sure.
more
And
fresh?
like a lot of restaurants that I was in Florence, which is in Tuscany, which is smack dab in the middle of the country. And a lot of restaurants don't serve like seafood because they're not close enough to the ocean to get it really fresh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. You know that most sushi places freeze their fish? Did you know that?
No.
You haven't seen that clip? Anthony
No.
Bourdain's talking about it. He's like talking about some sushi chef, and he goes, "Listen, if you want to know if someone's talking about sushi and they say, "Oh, it's really really fresh," that person doesn't know anything about sushi. He says the best sushi restaurants in the world freeze their fish because it does something to it, like texturally and flavor wise.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't
Huh.
know that. Anyway, so the Tuscan people don't eat a lot of fish.
No, they don't. They eat a lot of fucking beef, though. I'll tell you what.
Beef, huh?
They love beef. Yeah, I had
Ground.
this. Well, no. So there is, but they have this wild boar ragu that's really
Ooh.
popular.
That sounds fucking cool.
It's good, but there's
Tough?
a wide range of good and bad. Like, I had it my first night there, and it was fucking trash because I went to a trash place that had shitty fucking food.
Wait. And then the next time you got it, you're like, let me go again. Let me try it again.
Yeah, at a different restaurant, like days later. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. It's good. It's like,
That's a bold move. That's a bold move to go, oh, I didn't like that dish. I'm going to try to get it again at a different place.
yeah.
That shows maturity. That shows that you know how to eat.
The first place was essentially ground boar. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like, ground meat with like, it's kind of tomatoey, but it's like it almost tastes like, it's supposed to taste like a beef stew. It's really hearty. And it's made with, I can't remember the name of the pasta.
Penne?
But it's like, no,
Bow ties?
it's like wide ribbons. It's like ribbons of flat ribbons, but even wider than linguine. It's like really big. Like,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
and they have like jagged edges.
Yeah.
So the first place I had it was like ground meat and it wasn't very good. But the second place it was like chunks of like not sautéed, what's it called? Braised. It was like braised boar and it was like almost like a gravy, like a like a beef broth gravy, whatever, in pasta. So good. It was really good. It was like a hearty meal.
Nice. Nice.
Um, yeah, I mean, it's like it's a Florence is a major city. There's a wide range of good and shitty things that you can get. A lot of restaurants will say specifically that they have fresh handmade pasta, and if they don't say that, then you're not getting really good fresh handmade pasta, and that's okay too. But
Yeah, you don't need fresh handmade pasta. There's plenty of box pasta that's good.
I went to dinner with. So the reason I was traveling was for a wedding. The groom was from the UK. And and his friends were also from the UK, and
Crikey.
a bunch of us were all staying in Florence after the wedding was all said and done. So a bunch of us got together on the 2 days after the wedding and had dinner, and it was just essentially going back and forth, sharing questions and culture shock about America versus the UK.
All right, what do they got? What's weird? What do they do that you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Besides putting tuna on baked potatoes.
It wasn't really like that. It wasn't anything super weird, but something that was so funny is that they were like, have you guys ever been to the Cheesecake Factory? And we were like, yeah. We love the Cheesecake Factory. If we're ever in the States, it's the first place we go. And I was like, okay, cool.
Did they say the Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
I find that to be the really funny part. The Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Because I know that's probably the proper name, but
that
I
was
was calling
awesome.
it Cheesecake Factory. That's hilarious.
It was really fun. And then, they also this is a more serious thing. It was a little bit sad. They were asking how we feel living in America and if we feel safe because they're genuinely afraid of the guns in America.
Of the guns?
Yeah, we had a long conversation about what it's like to be in America and having and are you afraid of
Good. Keep them scared. Keep them over there.
And that was just weird. It was weird because it was okay, you guys aren't there's nothing wrong with you guys being afraid, but obviously there's a media portrayal of the United States that's oh, it's very violent. Everybody has a gun. And I was like, no, you can get in an argument with somebody and not be worried that they're going to pull out a gun and shoot you.
Shoot you.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. I don't want to talk about this on the podcast.
No, that's fine. It was
if we weren't, I would love to talk. I just don't want to. I don't want to.
It's fine. We don't have to dive into gun control on the podcast. It's okay. It was just it was just interesting to meet new people from outside of the United States that had that.
That is really cool
perception, and I was like, wow, that's kind of depressing, but
But that's interesting.
Yeah.
The perception of what is happening out there. I remember one time I was on Omegle in college. You
nice.
guys know Omegle.
Cool.
It's like the chat roulette kind of thing.
Masturbating.
Talk about let's just real quick remember how MySpace happened and then Facebook was the Pepsi but then became the Coke?
Yeah.
That's chat roulette was the Coke and then Omegle was the Pepsi and then Omegle just stood the test of time.
Yeah.
Chat roulette was just too many penises.
I feel like Omegle was also way too many penises.
Well, Omegle was too many penises, but I remember when I was don't Omegle you get a lot of penises, but chat roulette it's all penises. That's what I remember. My introduction to these things. That's what it was if you wanted all penis, you went to chat roulette, but a lot of penis was Omegle. Anyway, I was on Omegle. And I remember we were all in the living room, and we got these guys from the UK, and then my friend Tom was talking shit. or got mad because they were like talking shit on America. And so Tom's just like
Oh.
going back and forth with them
With
about
some random person on
how awesome America is and how shitty the UK is.
That's so crazy.
And but one of the things that they said was that like, oh yeah, you guys think that you were like your founders or your the settlers were like in search of whatever, in search of like religious freedom. He's like, well, we didn't like. You guys are just a bunch of criminals we didn't have room for anymore. That's what they were saying.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, I agree. Like, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was saying like, I guess this guy who was on Omegle could have just been a fucking idiot. But I always took that as maybe that's what they teach their kids over there. You know?
Oh, that like
That America,
the United States settlers were just like
They're a
people
bunch
that
of
were
fucking-
exiled.
yeah, they're like a bunch of criminals that like, they didn't want anymore. And then we're like, oh yeah, we were in search of religious freedom. It's interesting, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of different reasons for persecution back then. They could be one and the same. We say we wanted religious freedom. They might have been persecuting them and exiling them because they weren't in line with the church,
Correct.
you know?
Anyway, I brought something for you because you brought me something from Italy.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. I didn't bring anything home. I have nothing to remember this trip by. I just brought David flavored zins.
They don't have those in America. Well, they do have them in America, but not these flavors. It's like cucumber lime.
Did you try the peach one?
Nah, no, I didn't. I will though. I will.
Eventually.
I'm keeping them in my bar at home, like with all the like. I got a bottle of Woodford Reserve.
Nice.
We've just been like getting nicer bottles of liquor.
Cool.
Put it right there next to the Woodford.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got you something. I couldn't wrap it. I didn't have time to wrap it, so I put
Is
it
in that bag?
I put it in the 7-Eleven bag.
That's
It's
okay.
It's a 2-part gift, so hang on.
Wow.
Just, close your eyes. Close them.
Okay. Okay.
Close your eyes. Sorry. Keep them closed. I tied it, so it's going to be hard. Why don't you comment what you're feeling right now?
I was actually thinking about LA Confidential, and I wanted to talk about other fucking sick movies that
Can't get it
exist that
open.
you haven't seen. But
I got it right. All right. Okay, so this is a 2-part gift. Keep your eyes closed.
okay. What do you want me to do?
Here's the first part.
Oh, jeez.
Go ahead and open your eyes.
It feels cold. Yeah. Sick, dude.
A Coors Light Pounder.
Okay.
And close your eyes. Here's the second part.
Oh.
It's a 2-part gift.
Oh, goody. Nice.
Yeah. So I got those for you, and we can have one right now if you want. I'll open it for you.
Wait, dude.
Enjoy.
We were doing so well. We didn't venture into alcohol on this episode. You fucking blew it. All right, give me 1 second.
Yeah, get yourself a glass. Give me a glass too. I'll share it with you.
No, yeah, okay. I want you to think of movies that people get mad at you for not seeing. Because I
Every
feel like
movie ever.
you more than anybody I know has like missed out on so many like
Oh my
greatest of
goodness.
all time.
Yeah.
And LA Confidential, dude, I'm so excited for you to see this movie. It is
I'm down to watch it.
It is going to be your new favorite movie.
I think, yeah. So historically, I don't usually watch a lot of movies. I haven't seen a lot of movies. Most movies that people mention, like certified classic movies, you go, "Oh, what do you think of that movie?" And I go, I've never seen it." Perfect example. Perfect example is like The Godfather, right? I recently watched The Godfather, but I had never really seen it. And it took me a long time to get around to watching The Godfather. What else have I not seen? I've never seen Kill Bill. That one people are like, what? Let me think. Titanic. Never fucking seen it. What else have I not seen? It's hard for me to think of what I haven't seen. Like
It doesn't make it to its destination. Spoiler alert.
the Titanic?
Titanic.
Oh,
Guess
you
what, the
ask me.
fucking boat sinks.
Ask me some classics, and I'll tell you if I've seen them or not.
Shit. Schindler's List.
Nope, never seen it.
Jaws.
I have seen Jaws.
You've seen Jaws?
I've seen Jaws. First time I saw Jaws was at the drive-in, at Becky's Drive-In movie
that's
theater.
sick.
Becky's Drive-In is in like Bethlehem, PA, or something like that, in like the sticks outside of Bethlehem. And it looks like nothing has been changed since like the 80s. So it's this old drive-in movie theater. It's really cool. So I saw Jaws there. It was sick.
I'm just gonna like do Spielberg movies because he's like fucking just.
I don't even
only
know what
makes
Schindler's List is about. You don't have to tell me.
Nazis.
Oh.
Here,
Wouldn't have guessed.
It is about a specific Nazi who.
We don't. I don't.
Okay.
I don't care.
Have you ever seen the Indiana Jones movies?
Never seen Indiana Jones. Never seen a single Indiana Jones. Never seen Star Trek. Was that a movie or a show?
It was a show originally, and it's been made into multiple movies. But the current movies star Chris Pine, and they are really good. But it's not like a classic that you've missed out on. It's
I
just
have
like-
seen Star Wars.
What else
All of
was
them.
Spielberg made? Spielberg movies.
I also do the thing.
Jurassic Park.
I've seen parts. I've never seen it.
E.T.
I have seen E.T., but it's been a very long time.
Saving Private Ryan.
Never seen Save a Private Ryan.
That's crazy, dude. That's
I've never-
crazy.
Okay, that's the reaction that I get.
Um,
Dude, what? I hadn't seen Goodfellas until like last year, but holy fuck, is
Yeah.
Goodfellas a good movie.
That's a great movie.
I also get to do this thing where every movie is talked about so much, and then I get to watch it, and then I get to watch it with new eyes, if that makes sense. Perfect example of this, like everyone loves Taxi Driver, right? The movie Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of mid.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I think it's a pretty old movie. When was that made?
I mean, it's good.
Early
yeah, I know.
70s?
I recognize that it's old, but like,
Yeah, 76. I think it's just because that sort of like,
let me rephrase. It's a really good movie. People just like suck it off way too much.
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of when people like really like ride a fucking movie about how good it is to me, because whenever someone really I will always enjoy it less than them. You
Yeah.
know? Except for The Departed.
The Departed is insane.
The Departed is the best movie
And
ever.
that's why you're going to love LA Confidential. Actually, I think LA Confidential has
Don't
the power
say it.
has the power to make you like The Departed less a little bit.
Because LA Confidential came first, or
Yeah. Uh-huh. And it's great. It's just they are similar in some ways, but not entirely. But it's just it's so fun. It's so fun.
What time period does it take place in?
The
50s?
60s in Los Angeles.
60s.
I think.
Cool.
Yeah, the 60s in Los Angeles, maybe
Fun
the
time
70s.
period.
Yeah. Fuck, what was I going to say?
The Departed is the best movie of all time.
Oh yeah.
And you can't change my mind. You can't change my mind. The Departed is a true masterpiece.
It is.
It has action. It has unbelievable plot twists, but not plot twists. You know, like sometimes when there's plot twists and you're like, it's a true left turn, right? It's like, oh, now we're going in a new direction. That was so unexpected what that character chose to do. Plot twists like that, you know what I mean? It's like,
Okay.
whoa, okay. The Departed, you're watching consistency throughout the whole thing, but you don't know what's going on. And then you see it, and they show you what's been going on right in front of your eyes. True masterpiece.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Also,
Yeah.
fucking goated cast.
Dude, you know what movie I just watched for the first time?
What?
The Prestige. Have you seen it?
No.
Christopher Nolan,
I've
2006.
never even seen a trailer for that.
Dude.
Dude. Dude, did you see Bring Her Back?
No.
Oh my god. Dude. That movie is fucked up, dude.
Really?
Ew. Dude, it's gross.
Really? Oh my god.
I never have a problem with scary movies, like people like body horror, and people like have to look away.
Mm-hmm.
I never have to look away. I almost vomited in the fucking movie theater, Carl. I literally gagged. I literally, honestly thinking, are you gonna see it?
I
I know.
don't,
You won't. Actually, you won't.
I don't think so.
I will spoiler.
Spoiler
This
alert.
is coming spoiler. If you don't want to know it, I'll wave like this so you can kind of skim through. And when I start waving, that means we're done talking about it. This fucking movie is not that scary. But it is so fucked up. It's whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
Isn't the premise that like a woman adopts an orphan to use her body to like bring her dead daughter back or something?
Correct.
Okay.
And she, there's this other kid that she also kidnapped and is pretending is her like mute son. Again, spoiler, like the kid, you don't find out the kid.
That's
kid's
crazy.
kidnapped
That's
until
like
later.
that's like a total fucking rip off of this other scary movie that came out
I'm just gonna
not that
pause.
long ago. It's called Speak No Evil. Did you see that? It was fine. Speak No Evil was like it's the exact same thing. Like there's a kidnapped kid. It's supposedly the child of these two people, and then it turns out he's kidnapped and they killed his parents and whatever.
Well,
But-
the fact that he's kidnapped is like not
well, he also can't speak. They cut his tongue out in this other movie.
This kid, it's hard to explain. So basically, whatever. Orphan girl and her brother, her older brother, come to the foster lady's house.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, that's Ollie." The girl's blind, by the way. That's Ollie. That's my son. You know, he's mute because her daughter died. Ever since my daughter died, he went mute, and he's all fucked up. Like he's like, and he's like buzzed head, and he's always walking around shirtless, and he's like, and he gets outside, and you see him trying to eat the cat, and then she's like, "Oh, Ollie, stop!" And then the brother is like, "What the fuck?" Right? So anyway, long story short, Ollie, the kid, is a demon thing. She put like a demon in Ollie, right?
Cool.
Demon goes in Ollie. Ollie's possessed. Can't go outside of the circle and around the house. All of a sudden, the lady, she leaves, and Ollie's supposed to be locked in his room. The older brother is like, sees Ollie get out, and he's like, "Oh, you hungry, dude? Like, I'll make you some food." So they're in the kitchen, chopping up a little watermelon or cantaloupe. It was cantaloupe. Chopping up a little cantaloupe. And he pokes it with the knife and holds it to Ollie. Like, "You want a little piece of cantaloupe, buddy? You want a little piece of cantaloupe? You got some cantaloupe. Go ahead, take it off the tip of the knife." And Ollie doesn't take it off the tip of the knife. And he grabs the knife. And the little brother goes, or the older brother goes, "Yeah, like, all right, just, hey, careful. Don't cut yourself." Turns around to wash his hands. Turns back around. Ollie has the knife in his mouth, and he's biting down, and you see the blade going in between his top teeth into his gums, and and then his teeth break, and you see him gnawing on this fucking knife, dude. It is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
What? How long into the movie does this happen?
Let's put it this way. I caught it in the nick of time, dude. I ate, my 7 pounds of popcorn like I do before the previews end.
Okay.
That's everyone else does that. Don't you guys do that?
Yeah.
Where you go to the movie
Popcorn is for the previews.
You
you eat the whole thing, and then you drink your soda and you hold in your pee for 2 hours.
Yes, and then by the end you're like, holy shit, I have to pee. Anyway, so there was a slight lull in the movie, and I was like, I have to pee. I was like, I'm gonna rip down the hallway and go take a piss. So I run down and I come back, and literally, like as I sit down, he's handing Ollie the fucking cantaloupe, and then the next thing, boom, boom, and I was like, ugh. And then
That's crazy.
Ollie, he eats the kitchen table, like after he fucked his thing up.
Okay.
He bites the wooden table, and you see his teeth crack on the wood, and the wood crack. Oh my god, it's fucking.
So is that halfway through the movie? Is that in like the
It
first
was whatever
20
I had to
minutes?
pee. So I don't know how long does it take me to have to pee after drinking a half gallon of soda.
Why are you asking me that? You can't remember if this happened like near
no.
the beginning or
No,
near the
no,
end?
no, not near the end.
Did
In the middle.
Is this
middle.
when things start picking up, or is this
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So what do they do to the girl, the blind girl?
Well, the goal is that she has to die the same way.
The girl died.
The daughter died, which
Okay.
was drowning in the pool. So this crazy foster woman fills up her pool, and then she's like, at one point, she's like, "I'm gonna drown." She tells she's like, "I'm gonna drown you in the pool," whatever. Anyway, the older brother, is seeing this lady being crazy, and he is like, he doesn't like her. He's like, we gotta get out of here. She's been like pouring piss on his pants in the middle of the night to like make him think he's been wetting himself. And
Weird.
yeah, and there's this other subplot which doesn't really get fully explained. I was looking on Reddit. Some people assume that maybe it got edited out and they filmed it all. There's a scene when she's cleaning up the house because she knows the social worker is coming, and she's dumping the older brother's creatine down the drain. And in a different scene, she gets the brother all riled up, and she goes, "You're like all that weightlifting, all that shit you're taking. Your testosterone's out of control." Trying to make him feel crazy because she went up to the. It's so fucked up. She goes up to the daughter in the middle of the night, the blind daughter. She sprayed herself with the brother's cologne, so it smelled like him, and then went into her room in the middle of the night and punched her in the face, and then
Jesus.
ran out. And then she's like, "Oh, you did this. Like, your brother did this." To make her, you know what I'm saying? To drive a wedge between the two.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Let's put it, we walked out of the theater, and it wasn't scary. It was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like this woman, the foster woman was so,
Does it work?
no. Everyone lives happily ever after, except for the brother. He's dead.
What about Ollie?
Ollie lives happily ever after.
Really?
Yeah,
He doesn't
so
have any teeth left.
well, he doesn't have any teeth left, but when he toothed himself, the older brother was trying to take him to the hospital and pulled him out of the yard, and there's that circle, and all of a sudden he sees his stomach, like something trying to get out of his stomach, and then he hadn't spoken, and then you hear the boy, who's his voice, he goes, "Help me, help me, help me." So like the boy's starting to come out again, and then the crazy foster lady comes home, sees Ollie outside of this circle, brings him back in, and like it's so creepy. She like runs into her room and she's like watching like a VHS tape of like a cult thing of like watching how to do it, and she like brings him back into his demon self.
So, what's the point of him? Like, why does she have Ollie, the demon boy? Like, is he part of like bringing the daughter back, or is it just
Yeah.
also?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. He's so daughter's got to die. Ollie's got to eat the real dead daughter, who's in a freezer, by the way. Eat that one and then vomit it into the freshly dead body, and then the soul of the frozen body will then come out in the freshly dead body.
Gotcha. Makes sense to me.
Oh my god, that shit's fucked
All
up.
right,
We're done, everybody.
we're done. We're done talking
We're
about
done. Yeah.
it. Yeah. Wow. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it was not. It was not satisfying. What were we talking about before that?
Just
Movies I haven't seen.
great movies that you haven't seen.
Yeah, a lot of them. I mean, it's only we've been going for 30 minutes. We could. Should we call it?
Well, let's. You have a music suggestion?
Yeah, I do. I do actually. I've been trying to take that part of this podcast a little more seriously. Maybe I already said this. Did I say "Moody" by Royal Otis? Did I say that?
Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. If I haven't suggested that one before, listen to that song. I don't love any other song by this group or person, but "Moody" is a great fucking track. Ooh, this one right here. I'm not gonna play it because last time I got a copyright.
That's
infringement.
crazy.
Yeah, it was weird. We've never got that
Wait,
before.
I thought it said that we got it for Benson Boone. Did
And
we?
Lowrider.
Well, that makes sense because we just played it.
We also played the Benson Boone.
Yeah, I know, but the Lowrider, we like played a lot of it, and we played it as like our outro music.
Bro, I might do it again. Yeah, I'm not gonna play it. This song called "Breezin" by George Benson. I saw it in a fucking meme of a car crash, and it's a good song.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like a fucking yacht rock kind of John. Very mellow, very sick. What do you got for me?
Well, I haven't listened to a lot of music in the last 2 weeks because,
Been a traveling man.
yeah. But I did hear this song "Teeth March."
Teeth March?
Yeah, by Tropical Fuckstorm, who I think we've suggested before on the podcast.
What do we feel about bands that are like Tropical Fuckstorm or like Starfucker?
I mean, it doesn't make me upset, but I just don't think they're doing themselves any favors, you know?
Psychedelic porn crumpets.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Not my cup of tea. Like, I would never call a band that, but, to each their own. It's not really about the band name. I just think that it's like, it makes it harder to, like,
Yeah, you've heard the lore about Free Beer, the band Free Beer. I feel like I've heard this from multiple people, so I think it's just like a lore kind of thing.
Okay.
There's a band
Uh-huh.
called Free Beer.
Yeah.
So on any bill that they're on, it'll be like, come see our show with like Sungrove, Olympic Formal, and Free Beer.
Yeah.
And the name of the band is Free Beer.
Yeah.
So they get a bunch of people to come to the show.
Not a good way to get people to show up. Honestly.
What are you talking about? People
Yeah.
love free beer.
Yeah, but it would just piss everybody off if there isn't actually free beer.
True. True. I'd be pretty heated. If
Yeah.
there was buyable beer, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, oh, that's funny. All right, I'll take 6. But if I didn't come with any beer and there was no beer to be had, it was BYOB, I would have been upset. I would have been
Yeah.
upset. If I'm ready to get my drink on, and then all of a sudden I'm just watching some mediocre band, I'd be pretty pissed. You know? Hey, in Italy, do people really are they like raging alcoholics? Like, do they drink all the time? Like, I hear like they're always drinking wine. Like they're drinking wine at breakfast.
Well, there is no breakfast, but yeah. No, people drink with every meal.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see anybody that was like fucking hammered.
I did hear that. It's like they're not like
But
getting after it.
it is like, yeah, you're just drinking all the time.
Man.
Like I was like 2 or 3 drinks deep the whole time I was there. The whole time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How's the wine?
It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's awesome. Uh, I stayed at a vineyard one night in Chianti, and we did a wine tasting there. And
Did you have a little spit bucket? Did you do the whole spit bucket? Or you down that
no,
shit?
no.
What do you mean no?
I just drank it. Fucking yeah. So one of the wines I tasted was a rosé, and I don't really drink a lot of rosé because I'm not a big super sweet.
You can get like dry, not sweet.
Yeah,
rosés.
well, that's what this was, and it was really good.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, holy shit.
You ever had a sparkling rosé?
Probably at some point, maybe.
Come on in the restaurant. I got you a rosé that you'll enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah. A sparkling rosé is not too sweet, so it's a little on the drier side, so you might enjoy it. Right.
Cool.
Aperol Spritz.
Yeah,
That's a good drink.
they're everywhere. This guy came into the bar that I was at, which was like a combination restaurant, coffee shop, gelato shop, convenience store, bar, pastry shop.
Pick one.
It was awesome.
Was it?
No, it was awesome because you
Alright.
could just like go. You can get an ice cream, or you can get a pack of cigarettes, or you can like stand at the bar and have a drink or have espresso or whatever. And then
That's
the
cool.
restaurant was outside. So I was there. Darcy and I were having 2 spritzes and hanging out. And this guy comes in, and he's American, and he must have gotten into Florence like that day. And he just is like, "What's the best drink you guys got here?" And it's like a full bar. And the bartenders are wearing like vests and a tie and shit. It's like
Not the
kinda
place to
old
be
school.
asking what kind of specialty cocktails
And the guy's
you
like,
have.
"I could make you anything." Like, you know, what do you want? He goes, "I don't know, like, what's something that's like really Italian?" And I was like, I was literally just like, "Get an Aperol Spritz."
Really Italian?
Yeah. He's like, "I'm in Italy. I want to do like the Italian thing."
God, that guy blows.
And I was
What's like the most Italian thing you have here?
yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, just get an Aperol Spritz. If you don't know what that is, you'll have it, you'll like it, and then you'll realize that every single person in the entire city has one in their hands at all times."
I've been
So
into
that
them.
was funny.
I've been into them, dude.
Yeah,
they're good. They're
fun.
good. They're good.
They're
You know
fun.
what I like to do with an Aperol Spritz?
Drink it.
Drink it in a front yard. I've been making them at home. Making them at night. Instead of a wine glass, I've been doing them total vibe. Mason jar.
Ooh.
Mason jar Aperol Spritz. It's sick. I'm
Nice.
telling you. I'm telling you, it's
I
a
had
vibe.
I had a lot of plastic cup spritzes.
Plastic?
Yeah, you can get them for takeaway. Yeah, any
Do you
any
call it
drink.
takeaway or do you go?
It's just in Italy. That's what they say. Like, do you want it for takeaway or to stay? That's what they say. So I'm
I
just
don't
in
like
the
it.
habit of asking. Like,
To go.
yeah, they don't. But that's just
To
not what
go.
they say. So I was like, yeah, takeaway. I'm just used to it. I'll get rid of it though.
Yeah, don't ever say that around me.
All
again.
in due time.
Oh, don't ever say that.
We were in Germany at the fucking Munich airport, and we kept saying grazie to people. Because, like, while we were, like, eating lunch or something, we're on the airplane. And I was like, they're fucking German. Like, why are we saying this?
This guy. This fucking guy.
I was
You
like,
know
we
what you're
need to
doing right now?
We need to break this fucking
You know what you're
habit.
doing right now?
What?
You're the fucking meme.
No.
You're the meme.
No, I'm not.
You're the fucking meme.
I'm saying that
You're-
I've put in an active effort to break that habit. And I knew that the second I got back here, I wasn't going to be saying grazie to people. That's fucking insane.
You're the meme.
But I was still in Europe, and I just...
He's the meme. You know what I'm talking about. Goes abroad for 10 days. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Get fucked, Karl. All right, goodbye, everybody.